Let's dive into how some truly violent bank robberies completely changed the rules for modern policing. Well, it wasn't some grand plan. It was actually a series of disasters that forced them to change. So, our story starts in the 1930s, when the Bureau of Investigation was basically powerless against gangsters. It all came to a head on June 17, 1933, at a train station in Kansas City. In just a few seconds, 4 lawmen were killed. It exposed a huge weakness in federal law enforcement. So, think about it. Agents had no guns and no arrest power. They were sitting ducks for organized crime. The massacre was a wake-up call. Congress had to act, giving the new FBI some real teeth. A year later, a botched raid against John Dillinger, public enemy number 1, forced even more changes. The problem was simple. Criminals could just drive across a state line and, poof, they were basically free. All right, let's jump to the 1950s, when tactics started to evolve, beginning with a massive heist.
A crew in Boston stole $2.7 million. It looked like the perfect crime. No witnesses, no prints.
With no physical evidence, the FBI got creative. Their new move? Find the weakest link and squeeze. Then, a 14-hour hostage crisis played out on live TV, and it was clear police had no playbook. So, instead of rushing in, a new philosophy took hold. Slow it down, keep talking, and just wait them out.
Now we're in the 1980s, and the threat is different. Criminals weren't just armed. They were outgunning the cops.
Just look at this mismatch. During the Norco shootout, police were bringing handguns to a rifle fight. It was a total mess. They were outgunned, and get this, their radios couldn't even talk to each other. And that brings us to Miami in '86, a brutal 5-minute gunfight that became a huge turning point. The big lesson here? The FBI's own equipment completely failed them, and 2 agents died because of it. After Miami, the Bureau changed everything. New pistols, mandatory body armor, the whole 9 yards. But maybe the biggest lesson of all came from a 44-minute firefight broadcast live from Los Angeles. The officers were totally pinned down. They couldn't fight back or rescue anyone, and the whole country watched. You can see the pattern, right? Every single crisis forced a major evolution in policing. It's this reactive cycle that's defined American policing. A disaster happens, and law enforcement adapts. This cycle definitely made police stronger, but it leaves you with one big question, doesn't it?